Hi guys, hi. This is all in. Hi, Alkaline Lifestyle. Please do subscribe as you come in, guys. This is an important update. This is for year 2026. Yes, this year, guys. ATM scammers. And you want to pay close attention, guys. This is happening in real time. The first state that it's been reported in is California thus far, but that doesn't mean it has not spread it up until now, okay? So what I want to do is just start this and just pay attention closely because it's not about your credit cards. It's about your banking card, the ATM machine. When you walk up to it or drive to the ATM machine and you tap it versus inserting your card. So pay close attention to what she's saying, okay? So let's begin. And as you come in, please do subscribe to my page. And this is called Breaking Supreme Court Sneaky New ATM Scams.
It involves super glue, a stranger, and a feature on your ATM card that most people have never thought twice about. By the end of this video,
disclaimer, guys, what she's saying is that's what's being used to scam people so that this new scam edition of 2026 would work at the ATM machines. Let's continue.
You are going to understand exactly how this attack works, why it is so difficult to dispute with your bank what the Supreme Court and federal consumer protection laws say about your rights when unauthorized transactions happen to your account, and most importantly, the exact steps you can take right now to make sure you never become the next victim.
Yep. It's called the Home Equity Agreement, and I got $143,000
Okay, guys, one momento. This is
for my home equity without
a commercial or an ad.
Y'all ever heard of a home?
Okay.
Welcome back. I am your host, and today we are going deep on a scam that is spreading faster than most people realize and targeting ordinary people going about their ordinary financial lives. Before we get into it, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel because this...
Yes, please do like and subscribe, guys. As we're doing this, I am cooking dinner. But I'm going to use a George Foreman for the next entree, so I can take the time to share this with you guys. Let's continue.
Kind of information is exactly what this channel exists to deliver. The people who watch these videos protect themselves. The people who do not find out the hard way. Let us make sure you are in the first group. Here is the exact story of how this attack was first reported. Because the specifics of what happened to the victims in California reveal everything you need to understand about why this scam works so well. A woman approached an ATM to withdraw $40. She inserted her card into the slot, but the card would not go in. The slot was not accepting it. As she stood there trying to figure out what was going on, a helpful stranger nearby noticed her difficulty and offered an explanation. And he said something like, "Oh, you have one of the new cards, right? With the tap feature, just tap your card on the reader instead of inserting it. The tap feature,
Okay, pay attention, guys, because it's the tap feature that's getting people in the middle of these new scammers. Let's continue.
Payment technology is something most modern debit and credit cards now have. Many people use it regularly for purchases. It is a legitimate feature. So, the woman tapped her card on the ATM reader, entered her PIN, withdrew her $40, thanked the helpful stranger, and went on with her day. It was only when she checked her account at home that she discovered the additional $960 missing. She called Chase Bank to report the unauthorized transactions, and Chase's initial response was stunning. The bank told her they would not be returning the money because she had authorized the transaction. Think about what that means from the bank's perspective. They saw...
Okay, let's pause here, guys. Did you hear what she said? Let me break it down for you, seeing that I have 16 years of banking behind me and in front of me. The thing of it is that because it does not move out of cycle when you tap it on the ATM machine, it's still in cycle because the customer truly did give the authorization, but only for the first withdrawal. So after they walked away, the person that told her to do this, because they jammed up the ATM machine, they will go in behind her and key in a different amount under the same first authorization code. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's continue.
Saw a customer use their card, enter their PIN, conduct a session, and they interpreted everything that followed as authorized under that same session. As far as the bank's records were concerned, the customer had approved the activity because the customer had initiated the session. It was not until the ABC News team picked up the story and the resulting public pressure mounted that Chase reversed its decision and returned the stolen money to the victims. But most people who get scammed this way will not have a news crew in their corner. Most people will face that initial bank refusal with no recourse.
Exactly, guys. This is why I tell you to pay attention to the new regulations, rules, policy of your city and state, especially when it comes to banking, your banking facilities or administrations, okay? Let's continue.
And no leverage. Understanding exactly why the bank responded this way requires understanding exactly how the attack works at a technical level, because the technical mechanics are what create the legal and financial dispute that benefits the scammer. Here is what actually happened at that ATM and why it worked. The attacker arrived before any victims were present and applied super glue to the card insertion slot on the ATM, not to the entire machine, just the slot where cards are inserted. This is not a sophisticated piece of hardware. Procter Disson's, it is a tube of super glue and 30 seconds of work.
Did you hear that, guys? A tube of super glue and 30 seconds of work. Not that I condone this, because I don't. This is to bring awareness, so whenever you walk up to your ATM machine, if there's any funny business going on with the machine, such as it won't take your card or anything like that, guys, come on. Just please leave the machine, and especially if someone is lagging around, because that person is going to come up to you and tell you to just tap it so that they can have access to your account. You see how that goes? So that's what this is all about. And this is, even if you use it by inserting your card in, I always tell you guys, after your transaction, hit cancel for sure and just start keying on different keys. That way, a person can't pick up your PIN code as well. Let's continue.
The slot is now sealed. Cards cannot be inserted. The ATM itself continues to function completely normally in every other respect. When a customer arrives and tries to insert their card, it does not go in.
I'm trying to pay off your loan.
Stop calling me. You sound like a psycho. I swear to God.
I'm calling you to let you know that we're going to pay off every loan you have. Like, it's literally a good thing.
I understand, but I'm not interested.
Sorry, guys, that's a commercial.
They may try several times. They may look for a malfunction notice on the screen. There is none. And this is when the attacker, who has been nearby watching, introduces himself as a helpful stranger.
Okay, I just said that. That is a red flag in itself, guys. Okay, and you never want that to happen anyway, because you never know what that person's intentions are. So let's continue so we can get down to the gist of it, okay?
Sure. The social engineering component of this attack is essential because most people would eventually figure out the tap feature on their own or would simply leave and find another ATM. The attacker needs to keep the victim.
Exactly what I suggest. Just leave and find another ATM machine. If you cannot go inside of the banking facility, if you're outside at the drive-thru, if they're open, just take your time, get out of the car and go on the inside of the branch and handle your business that way, okay, as well, for safety purposes. Let's continue.
At this specific machine and needs to get them using the tap feature rather than looking for a different solution. So he plays the helpful neighbor, the person who just happens to know about that newer feature, and he steers the victim toward exactly the action that creates the vulnerability. Now, here is the technical piece that most people have never thought about, and it is the reason this scam works so elegantly from a financial crime
Listen
perspective.
up, guys. guys.
When you insert your card into an ATM and complete a transaction, the session ends when you remove the card. The card leaving the slot signals to the system that the transaction is complete and the session is closed. If you want to do another transaction, you insert the card again and authenticate again with your PIN.
And she's talking about when you insert and use your PIN. This is correct. So it's kind of hard for someone to hack your account, to come behind you, only if you leave your account open. So let's continue so you can get the second part and then we'll be done.
But when you use the tap feature, the session structure is fundamentally different. Contactless tap technology is designed for speed and convenience. When you tap your card, authenticate with your PIN, and complete your transaction, the session does not necessarily close the same way. The ATM may still be in an active authenticated session. And if you
Okay, let's finish.
walk away from the machine while that session is open thinking you are done, the attacker can walk up to the ATM immediately after you leave and conduct additional transactions.
Okay, so this is what I wanted you guys to hear, that part. So this is what I don't want to happen. I've always known about this, but I was careful not to, because I didn't want to give anybody any ideas. But now the ABC News picked it up and they're very well aware of it. Now I will let you guys know about that part of it, because sometimes we can share things and people get a bright idea in their house, like their brain go ding, bing. Well, let me try this. No, this is not what it's for. It's for information so that people could be more protected, secured when it comes to their financial banking or anything of that sort. No one wants to be hacked or anything like that to happen. And if you do, disclaimer, do not take it upon yourself. Call your banking institute and let them know what's going on so they can correct and rectify the situation, okay? Thank you. Please stay tuned for all other new updates, guys. And again, this is year 2026. This is going down right now as we speak. Again, especially if you're out in California, if you're out in Cali, please be careful. My nephew's there. I've already explained to him to please be careful. He's in the Marine. Okay, until, please do subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. All in Economic Lifestyle. Thank you.